Hi guys. I really hope this goes up. I might put this in a clip of like a bunch of different clips all together. I'm not really sure because I want to start posting again, but I just feel like I have no time. And the thing is, okay, the time thing is actually funny. Well, first of all, hello. I have not posted on here for a long time. And to catch you up, I was going to crochet while catching you up. I thought that'd be pretty fun. I wish this could like stand up a little bit more, but you're on my iPad right now because my phone will not stay up. But, yeah, normally it like angles down, but it's not doing that, which is fine. Just know that I'm not ignoring you guys. I am crocheting. I had a very, I don't even, it was actually like the week went quick, but the days were long. Yeah, grad school, which comes back to like how I was talking about timing and stuff. I'm in grad school now, and I have been for 9 months. I started in January, and then we had a month off in May, and then we had school all summer, and then we had 2 weeks off in between summer and fall, and then now it's fall semester. And I go until, like, I'll be here at Cal till May this spring, and then I have an unpaid externship for 6 months, 2 different placements, 12 weeks at each. And you can do that anywhere you'd like, so I'll probably do that back home because since it's unpaid, like I said, I won't have money for rent, and I'm not trying to take out a loan if I don't need to take out a loan. The timing thing I wanted to talk about was how I'm not doing track this year anymore because it just was not going to work out with school. And like, I was going to say if I really wanted to I could, but honestly, like, no, I couldn't. With the amount of schoolwork that I have, I just would be drowning and be so stressed and anxious if I had track to worry about it as well, especially with all the drama that goes along with that team. Learned a lot on that team, loved it sometimes, but I was ready to be done, to say the least. But yeah, I'm no longer doing track, so I have so much more time for other things, like my different hobbies, crocheting being one of them. This blanket is so big, and I made the original strand, like, single stitch too long. I've been working on this blanket literally since 2020, since quarantine, but I just made the single stitch, which is what you start off with in crocheting, way too long, so then I have to like equal the width. But I only have this roll and one more roll left, and then I'm done, because this will now be maybe 12 or 14 rolls or something like that, and each roll is like $12. So do the math, and that's how much this blanket has cost. I mean, over the span of 4 years, and I just kind of do it whenever I'm feeling it and get into a groove of doing it, but I didn't work on it for a while. But yeah, there's a lot of hobbies that I've wanted to continue pursuing or just doing in my free time, but when I had track, I didn't have any free time, and the free time that I did have, all I wanted to do was sleep, or my body was hurting, or I was worn out, worn down, tired, mentally exhausted, and never had the time to, because I do believe that the things you want to do, you'll make like your priorities. But even though I really did want to do it, like, it still was so difficult because I was just not only physically tired, but so mentally tired. But yeah, some of the hobbies, it's basically all I've been doing since I've been here for fall. And some of my friends will say like, oh my gosh, you're the jack of all trades, or you do so much, or blah blah blah, this blah, blah, like, and I'm not even trying to like be like that either. I just so enjoy being, I've learned that I love being creative because all I've been my whole life is just like my hobbies were physical hobbies. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I just finally want to do things that aren't just like just going to the gym and doing like a sport. Because I did a sport my entire life. But anyway, some of my hobbies. Crocheting, obviously. I love to paint. I am not good at painting at all whatsoever. But I love doing it, and I think that if you're not good at something but you enjoy doing it, just freaking do it. Like, who the frick cares? I also started painting these like miniature circle mirrors, and if you just look up circle mirror, like painted circle mirrors on Pinterest, that's the vibe I'm going for, like anything like that. I've been trying to bake different things because I really enjoy, I love making things for other people, and so I've been like bringing sweets and treats into class, because we also have like 3 hour long classes where like we're just sitting there and learning the entire time, and it's very tiring. It's a different sort of mental tiredness. So I made like different types of cookies. I made cake pops, which were a big hit, which I'll probably make some more. This other thing is, it is a hobby, but I haven't really told many people about it, but, and I know that not many people will be watching this video anyway, but I don't like telling people things that I'm doing when they're not finished, because I feel as though once I tell people what I'm doing, I kind of get this like mental block in my brain where I can't finish it, or it's just like an idea and I like mention it and it never happens, and I hate being that person, and I hate doing that to myself, because then I just feel unaccomplished and basically just crappy about myself. But I have told only a few people this because I do really see it coming into light soon. Enough of, like, I'll stop beating around the bush. I'm writing a book. Now, what that book is about, basically me, my life, and I'm no special, like, I'm not an influencer, I'm not famous in any way, I'm not known, like, obviously I'm not famous, but, like, I'm not known or anything. The reason I'm getting at that is because I'm not gonna be having, like, millions of people see that I'm putting out a book. I'm gonna have, like, a couple hundred people see that I put out a book, which is fine. I'm not really going for a New York Times bestseller. I'm really just going for trying to help people, because the reason I started writing it was because some less than ideal things occurred this past summer that when I was going through them, and I mean still going through it, I would look for books or like try and listen to podcasts and whatever else, and like whether they were self-help books or self-help podcasts or about books about this topic or whatever, I could never find something that resonated with me and something that I was like fully looking for. So, because I didn't want to read an entire book about it. Like, I wanted to read other things as well. So I figured, my mom was the first one that, like, I was, like, breaking down to her one time. Basically, long story short of the whole thing, several people told me that I should write a book, and that if I ever wrote a book, like, they'd read it. And that was, like, people, like, my close friends, but people that I hadn't even told yet that I had already started a book, and, like, I would get told that. It was just, like, more of a sign, like, okay, yeah, I am meant to be doing this, because I just want to help people. That's why the profession I'm going into is the profession I'm going into, speech pathology. I want to help people. I want to make a difference in some people's lives. And like I said, I'm not going about this whole book thing to be a New York Times bestseller or go viral or whatever else, or like, oh, only talk about myself. But I'm going, not that there's anything wrong with that, also, if just one person who picks it up off the shelf can be helped by it, then I will feel as though I did my job. And like, whether I'm gonna know about a person that I help or not, like, I just would like to think that I'm going to. And again, that's just my goal. But yeah, so that's a hobby. My favorite hobby is photography. I've started making money off of it, which is really rewarding, but it's really fun. Like, I love doing it. I still take pictures just for myself. I've always loved taking pictures since I was really, really little. Yeah, so photography is probably my favorite hobby. But yeah, the reason I was like getting at all that was because I finally have time to do my hobbies. Like, after school and after I'm done homework and stuff, I can do one of those things, and it's really, really nice to have and to unwind by doing one of those things, because since I'm not around the team anymore, I'm not seeing people as much, which is fine with me. Like, it's definitely been a struggle getting used to. But yeah, I'll just like even go on campus just to do some homework on campus so that I see people, and like, even if I don't see anyone that I know, just like human interaction is very important for your mental health, I've learned. So yeah, and I obviously have a dog still. His name's Blue. I'll bring him up to the fields that I used to throw at, like the fields above, like the fields we used to throw at are like down here, and then there's other fields up here, and there's even other fields over here. And he loves just being let off the leash and running around. But yeah, tonight it looks like a crocheting night. I just wanted to do an activity that requires the least amount of brain power, because I've been using my brain way too much this week. Not using it too much, using it a lot. And I am just tired, to put it simply. But I haven't decided if I'm gonna make minestrone soup or if I'm gonna make my own pizza. Maybe I'll make the soup. Oh, Blue's coming in. He's right here. He's so cute. I'm gonna show you. He's my best friend. It's 4:40. I usually eat dinner around 5. I grew up eating dinner super early. I thought that 5 o'clock was just dinner time already, but people out here don't eat till like 7 or 8, which is crazy. I could never. I'm already thinking about dinner at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. I think I'm gonna do the minestrone soup though, because it's just easier and less of a cleanup. Oh, there's peas in this. I freaking hate peas, but it's fine, I guess, because this is an easy dinner. It's boiling. Oh my gosh, that looks and smells so good. Hungry? Wait. Okay. He's so good. That's what it looks like. I also only forks because I hate spoons. That's yum. So good. So good. Hey guys, I have not filmed in a very, very long time. And I figured I'd film my night tonight. Right now it's already 7 o'clock, but I figured it would be fun to vlog, like maybe even like tonight, or like I may get a few clips throughout the rest of the week. But we are on our first week of the fall semester, which is the first week of my 3rd semester of grad school. I started in January and I will be done in December of next year. Classes will be done in the spring this year, and then I have an externship. But that can all be explained at a different time. But right now I am cooking dinner. I am making salmon. Madeline showed me, I don't know if you have met Madeline, but Madeline has showed me a different way of seasoning salmon. So right now, this is where all the seasonings are. We've got parsley, we've got paprika, salt, pepper, garlic powder, garlic salt, and I think that's it. And put this. Okay. So this is what it looks like right now. So like I said, this is the first week of our fall semester. But tonight I have some studying to do. I need to make some flashcards for a quiz I have next week. We haven't even had the class yet, but she emailed us and was like, hey, you're gonna have a quiz on so-and-so, such and such, this material, if you want to get a head start and study, which was actually super nice. And it's a lot. It's all stuff that we learned in undergrad that we all should know. And I do know most of it, but I don't know everything word for word. Like, I can explain it, but I don't know how a quiz is gonna look. So I just like really need to study. And also just stuff that I need to know in general anyway. Especially if I work with kids. That's what my night is looking like tonight. I did indeed just get back from TJ Maxx and Michael's, which is about a 25-minute drive away. So I didn't make any veggies, because I literally just don't have any. Blue, you're not allowed to have this, no. But let's taste test. I really hope it's done all the way through, because I don't like any sort of raw. Okay, it's good, yeah. That is so good. Thank you, Madeline, for telling me how to freaking cook salmon. I'm gonna eat this, watch YouTube, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so we made some banana bread. First banana macaroons and now banana bread, and we're gonna try it and let you know.
I forgot that we made banana. I'm just gonna go straight.
No, yeah,
in the middle.
just go for it. Oh.
Is it? Oh. Wait. How does that make sense?
Well,
Fire. Why did it not stick to the knife? Right?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the outside's cooked? Or maybe a little bit. I don't know, I'm still gonna eat some of it.
Oh, it's hot. Hot. Did you burn your entire mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want water? Here. I don't even know if there's water in there. Is there any water? Okay.
We're good, guys.